Everybody ready?
This conference will now be recorded.
All right. Okay, I'd like to open the Monday, November 16, 2020, Leavenworth Board of Zoning Appeals. Call to order. All commissioners except Commissioner Bates is present, with Commissioner Kem being remote. First item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from the 19 October meeting. If everyone has had a chance to review them, are there any comments, clarifications, corrections? And if not, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. No old business, new business. 2020-36, 708 Shawnee Street.
I think
Staff
she's
report,
frozen.
please.
Because I don't think she's blinked. She's frozen.
No, we'll see. Kathy, can you still hear us?
I can.
Okay, your
Okay.
video's just frozen. Okay.
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 Oh.
you're good.
I can hear you just fine.
Or you're just a really good ventriloquist. Okay.
Okay, I guess I'm up, right?
Yep, Jackie.
All right. Young Sign is applying for a variance on behalf of Ramos Pond in Goal. Ramos is located on 708 Shawnee Street, zoned Central Business District. The development regs state that no part of a freestanding sign base or sign structure shall be closer than 5 feet to any of the property lines and shall not obstruct traffic vision. The current location has an existing non-conforming freestanding sign that has been vacated longer than 6 months that the Ramos Pond and Gold would like to reface. The development regulations also state that the reuse of vacated non-conforming sign or any of its
Appurtenances?
Yep, thank you. I went blank. Appurtenances shall require altering the sign to comply with the sign code. A new business use intended to reuse a non-conforming sign based on the pole properly capped or vacated shall obtain a sign permit in accordance with the sign code. The requested variance is to allow the refacing of a non-conforming freestanding sign that is less than 5 feet from the property line. And as you can see up here, they did a little rendering, but the main pole, as you can see, is right there. And then, let's see, they'll let me scroll. You can see it's close to there. Here's the aerial view, property line being here in the black. And they kind of marked it there with a little yellow dot.
Yeah, it's basically right on the property line.
Yeah, it's right on the property line. And then those are just more pictures of it to the sidewalk. Oh my goodness, where's it going? Where is it going? It won't stop. Okay, I'm gonna rotate it because one view, one way. So there's this. And then that's what it's gonna look like from this point of view, and that's going towards the west, and this is coming in from the east.
Can you go back to? Right there, that one right there. I noticed that there's at least 5 more signs just like that down that street. Mm-hmm. Can you tell me when the ordinance or the codes were changed to make it non-conforming?
It was prior to the 2011 update of the sign regulations. We have not changed this portion of the regulation in any update since 2011.
Okay. Because I assumed, and I drove around downtown, and there's a lot of them just like that. So when the ordinance changed, then all of these became non-conforming, or I guess were grandfathered in as long as they didn't change, and then if they've been vacant for longer than 6 months, then anything new must come before the board. Okay.
I have a question.
Yep.
Is the only thing that's non-conforming about this sign is the distance to the street?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Is there any restrictions on whether it's lighted or not, or illuminated?
No.
Okay, so it's just the location.
Just
Yeah,
the-
it's just the location because it's
Okay.
right on the property line.
Okay. Oh. Is, Ramos actually in the facility? I know they've been all over. They
I believe
started
so.
across the street, and then they were on 4th Street, and
And have they opened in this location yet? Do you know?
because I didn't notice that it was even occupied or that there were any signs on the door, so I'm assuming they haven't moved in yet?
Yeah, I think they have been waiting for approval on the sign. They actually own that white and gray big piece of property right there to the left as well. They own that building as
Oh.
well as the building that sits back so far.
Okay.
They're going to be in that brick building that sits back, which is why the sign is really important to them, because it sits back so much further than the two adjoining properties that it's really hard to even see it until you pass by it, and you've probably already missed it. So they are not going to light the sign. They actually just want to put faces in it. They have repainted the pole. So they have freshened it all up and made it look a lot better than this photo renders here, because they've repainted it all nice fresh white, put more yellow around the bottom to make it stand out better also. So,
Are there any issues with the city about it hanging over the sidewalk?
No, it's not low enough over the sidewalk to obstruct that right of way.
Okay. I figured there had to be a minimum height, and if that had been there for a while, you all would have said something about it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all the questions or comments that I have. Any from the? Okay. All right. In that case, I guess I'll open up the public hearing. And since there's nobody here but us,
And I'll just note that we did not receive any comments from any folks after we sent out notification.
okay. All right. In that case, I will close the public hearing and open it up for a discussion amongst the board members. Any other comments or questions before we go into the?
We don't know when that pole was put in, do we?
We don't have any record of when that was put up. Obviously, it's been there for quite some time.
Okay. All right, I'll go into the voting. A request for a variance may be granted upon a finding of the board that all of the following conditions have been met. The board shall make a determination on each condition, and the finding shall be entered into the record. First one, that the variance requested arises from such condition which is unique to the property in question and is not ordinarily found in the same zone or district and is not created by an action or actions of the property owner or the applicant. Commissioner Gervasini?
Yes.
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 And Commissioner Kemp?
Agree.
Okay. That the granting of the permit for the variance will not adversely affect the rights of adjacent property owners or residents. Commissioner Kemp?
Agree.
Agreed.
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 That the strict application of the provisions of the development regulations from which the variance is requested will constitute unnecessary hardship upon the property owner represented in the application. Commissioner Gervasini?
Agree.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Agree.
that the variance desired will not adversely affect the public health, safety, morals, order, convenience, prosperity, or general welfare.
Agree?
Agree.
Agreed?
Agree.
And lastly, that granting of the variance desired will not be opposed to the general spirit and intent of the development regulations.
Agree.
Agree?
Agree.
Agree?
Okay. Agreed on all conditions? In granting a variance, the board may impose such conditions, safeguards, and restrictions upon the premises benefited by the variance as may be necessary to reduce or minimize any potentially injurious effect of such variance upon other property in the neighborhood, and to carry out the general purpose and intent of these development regulations. Are there any conditions or stipulations that any board member would like to propose?
I have none.
I have none.
I have none, sir.
Commissioner Kim? Any concerns or additions to the approval?
None for me.
Okay. Based on that and all of the conditions approved, the board recommends approval of the variance. Are there any other issues to be brought before the board?
No other items. I do believe we have two items for the December meeting. So that will be forthcoming,
Okay.
and we will see you. Oh, is it? Okay. Oh, that's right. If y'all could just check your calendars, and we will send out an email tomorrow just to check with everybody. The next meeting is scheduled for December 21st, and given that that is the week of Christmas, we know that some people might be out of town, so we will check with you all tomorrow. If you could just check your calendars and let us know if you will be available, or if we'll need to find an alternative date for that meeting, so we can do that before we send out notifications.
I can tell you I'm not going anywhere.
Okay. Might be a little lighter travel this year, I know.
I'll be here.
And remember, you can
Planning on
always
being here
call
too.
in too.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
always call in.
All right.
Make it a family event.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I want to stay on their good side.
Yeah.
All right. Since there are no other items, motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting is adjourned.
Aye.
All right. Thanks, everybody.